Hey you guys, I am back with another video. I wanted to share a very prophetic dream that I had actually on my birthday. But before I begin, I do want to take the time out to just kind of talk to you all just for a bit. You guys, I experienced something very interesting on my birthday. My birthday was actually July 22nd, and I would say that Friday, because my birthday was on a Sunday, that Friday I started celebrating. My husband surprised me, and we kind of had a day of he just took me a few places and we did a few things, and it was just pretty cool. And then Saturday I also was celebrating my birthday, and later on that evening we had ordered some pizza. Hadn't had pizza in a while because, I just been trying to cut back on just going out eating. But I ordered a pizza, and you guys, when I tell you I got so sick, like I have never ever experienced food poisoning to the degree that I experienced it that night. I was so sick, it literally felt like I was dying. And I'm not exaggerating, because I'm the type of person, I can tough out some pain. I don't like taking medicine unless I just really have to. So when I say it felt like I was dying, like I am so serious. I was so ill. And I got a real bad case of food poisoning. I was out of it. And you know what? I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. I was so afraid. I was praying so hard, because there were times where I felt like I was gonna pass out. And I felt like I was dying, like I was about to be taken up out of here. Like, seriously. I didn't go to the hospital. My husband, he was so scared because he kept saying, we need to go to the ER. And I'm like, no, because I was trusting God. I felt like even in the midst of me being afraid, because I've never experienced that, I didn't know what was going on with me. I believe, that the Lord was telling me, don't worry, everything is going to be okay. So I trusted that. And so I was telling my husband, no, we're not going to go to the hospital. I'm just going to do everything that I know I need to be doing right now to make sure that I get better. And so the Lord really was telling me everything to do to get myself back to where I was functioning the way that I normally do. But I'm telling you, it took me, I would say, at least 4 to 5 days, actually about 5 days, to fully recover. I was vomiting. I had nausea. I had really bad stomach cramps. I had the cold chills. I didn't run a fever, but I was just ill. Like my energy was zapped. Like I was in the bed for all of those 5 days for the most part. I really couldn't eat. I was just eating like broth and crackers, and I was staying hydrated. But I'm telling you, you guys, this hit me hard. Right the day before my birthday, you guys, the day before my birthday. And I just turned 40. Yeah, I'm 40. And, I just felt like that was so significant, because the number 40 is very prophetic. And the thing that the Lord kept putting in my spirit that I kept focusing on, because a couple of weeks prior to, me getting sick, I was just doing a lot of reflection over my life, just looking over my life and the things that God has been doing in my life, and how I've grown and matured and developed along this walk. And he was putting in my spirit about how the children of Israel, how they wandered in the wilderness for 40 years before they were able to cross over into the promised land. And the number 40 usually is linked to wilderness, or, you know, a season of testing or a trial, or, you know, just it's a very significant number of testing. But I feel like the Lord was letting me know that I'm about to cross over into my purpose. And I believe that's why the enemy attacked as hard as he did, because he didn't want me to cross over into what the Lord has for me. And so I just wanted to share that with you all, because I'm telling you, you guys, I was so ill and I felt like it was it. And I was just praying like, Lord, not like this, not now. I feel like there's still too much that you want me to do. You know, I still need to be here for my kids. I still need to be here for my husband. Like, there's just so much more that I know you want to do in my life. So not like this, not now. And so you guys, yeah, I went through that, but I'm telling you all, I still enjoyed myself. As far as my birthday, I feel like going through what I went through made my birthday even more special. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, because it was very interesting going through that. So also, I just want to, oh, and I'm good. I feel strong. I'm back to myself. You know, I feel much, much better. And I'm just so grateful and appreciative for God just being so faithful and always being there when we need him. And I'm telling you, the Lord told me what to do throughout those days to get myself back, you know, healed and strong. And I followed his instructions to a T. And God is amazing. He's amazing. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much also for showing the love and support that you did. I know a few of you have seen the 2 videos that I put up. The first video, I shared the very first song that I wrote and produced by myself, and I did a little music video to go with it. And I got a lot of positive feedback, but I'm telling you, I was a nervous wreck putting that video out there, because it's nothing like, you know, putting yourself out there in raw form for the world to, you know, critique you. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. But that song, when the Lord gave me that song, you guys, I'm telling you, I fell in love with that song. The song that I'm making reference to is I Want to Be in Heaven. And I fell in love with that song, and I was just so eager to share it with you all, because I knew that song was given to me by the Lord. Like, I know God gave me that song. And if you guys have not checked it out, please check it out. I will put a link somewhere within the video so you guys can check it out. But please support me in this venture, because music has always been a love of mine, but I just want to give, you know, real authentic music for the body, because music is really just changing, and it's not like how it used to be, you know what I mean? And I really want to bring a clean feel of worship music to the body, because I feel like we're missing that. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but you know, it's just so many different things that are taking place in the music industry. And I just want, you know, to just make sure, just for me, that I have good, clean music that I can listen to just for my purposes. And if I can share that with you all, more the better. So yeah, please support me in that. Another dear sister of mine, we also did a collaboration on another song that I uploaded. It's called They Fall. She wrote the song. Amazing writer, amazing singer. And I also, in one of those videos, I put a link to her video channel also, so you guys can check out other music that she's recorded as well. But I love the fact that we were able to work on this song together because we both love to sing and we both love music and we both have the same passion of producing clean worship music for the body. So again, if you guys have not checked it out, please check out the 2 songs that I have uploaded here on the channel. And I know a lot of you guys have your preferences as to what you like to view on this channel, and that's fine, but some of you may not even realize that I do have different playlists. So please check out the playlists also on my channel so you can kind of navigate and see what other content that I have. There will be some new content coming. Also, I'm trying to change up some things on this channel. I want to give it a more fresh appeal to as many people as possible, because that's my heart. I want to reach as many people as I can, and dreams and visions is not, all there is to me. And so I'm just trying to find different ways to produce content that can reach, multiple people, so that, it's not where I'm just only coming on to share a dream and vision, because my heart is truly to encourage and to inspire and to inform as many people as I can. So with that being said, I know that was a long intro, but I haven't been on here for almost a month. So of course I'm gonna miss talking to you guys. So for a lot of you who don't really care for long videos, I apologize, but please know that I do love speaking with you all, and I don't like to rush, even though I try to rush a lot of times because I know a lot of people don't like long videos. But I also want to stay true to myself, and I just genuinely love to speak with you all. So that's what it is. But on to the dream. Again, I had this dream on my birthday, which I felt was very significant too. And the dream, and I have some notes too, because I didn't want to get sidetracked on, how I wanted to explain what I believe the Lord was showing me with this dream. But the dream was very, very short and sweet, but I feel like there was so much meaning within it. So in the dream, all I can tell you is I remember seeing, I saw an image of the Pope, and I thought that was so weird, but I saw his face clear as day. And then I can't remember if I heard or if I saw. I think it was I just saw the words Revelation chapter 17. That's what I saw. So I saw an image of the Pope, and then I saw Revelations chapter 17, and then I woke up. And so I'm like, okay, Lord, this is so weird. Why would you have me, 1, dream about the Pope on my birthday? And then 2, what is the significance with Revelations chapter 17? So because I couldn't remember, because I'm not good at remembering where I read certain things in the Bible, but I can navigate and tell you about where it's at. So when I saw Revelation chapter 17, I could not instantly recall what that chapter was speaking about until I went to my Bible and saw that it's making reference to Mystery Babylon the Great, the whore, the harlot that's riding the beast, and all different things that is making mention of. So I'm like, okay. So I read the whole chapter, and I'm just reading it, and then I read it again. I'm like, Lord, I don't understand. What are you saying to me? So this is what I found out, just to kind of put it into some clear content. So Revelation 17, the beast is represented as a political / religious system. It's a some people may say it's the Roman Empire emerging. And this beast is said that it's coming out of the sea, because if you look at Revelations chapter 13, I believe it's in verse 1, it talks about how he saw a beast coming out of the sea. And so this same beast that's mentioned in Revelations 13, is the same beast in Revelation 17. Now, when you're in Revelation chapter 13, it's made known that this beast that's coming out of the sea is making reference to the Antichrist that's to come. So in Revelation chapter 17, verse 5, it says, on her forehead a name was written, speaking of the harlot that's riding the beast. On her forehead a name was written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth. Now, the mother of harlots is not making reference to making reference to a harlot in the literal sense. It's more a spiritual connotation. So, harlot is making reference to a spiritual adulterer, one who is practicing idolatry or some type of false religion. So when it's speaking of the mother of harlots, it's speaking of the mother of all idolatry, all false religions, pagan worship practices, all of that combined. And so the woman is, okay, let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. So when you're reading chapter 17, we see that there will be a time where the beast will allow this harlot to ride it, basically to take advantage of what this beast represents. So there will be a time where this will be allowed. And what I believe that is showing us is, when you look at what's going on in the world today, we've had, not just today, but this is what's been going on since the beginning. You know, we've had all types of pagan worship and false religions and all kind of idolatry that's been in play, all to steer humanity from the true worship, which is of Jesus, which is of, you know, God, the Father, the creator of all things. That is why we were created. We were created to worship our creator, our Father. And so because Satan wants to receive that worship, he has created all different forms of worship where people believe they have a choice to either worship Buddha or worship Allah or, you know, worship the sun, the moon, whatever. But in reality, any worship that is not going to God the Father is going to Satan. And that's the huge deception. And that's why it's being allowed right now and has been allowed for a time, because that is the goal. The goal was to take humanity's eyes from the Father and place it on Satan, because he wanted the worship. And so that's why the mother of harlots is allowed to ride this beast for a time. But if you read further into Revelation 17, there will come a time where the beast will turn on the harlot and devour. And I believe what that's signifying is, when you look at the fact that, again, Revelations chapter 13 and Revelations chapter 17 are both speaking about this beast, and this beast is one and the same. It's representing the Antichrist. And the reason why the beast is going to turn on the harlot is because at the end of the day, the Antichrist is going to be the one that is going to receive the worship. So you're no longer going to be allowed to have the freedom in worshiping Allah or Buddha. You're going to have to now worship the Antichrist, because he's going to walk into the temple and he's going to sit in that seat and he's going to put his foot down and say, now everyone is to worship me. And so when that time comes, that's when the beast is going to devour the mother of harlots. So we also see in this same chapter, Revelation 17, that this beast had 10 horns and 7 heads. And it's also showed to us that the 7 heads represent 7 kingdoms. And it says that 5 has fallen, 1 that is, and 1 that is to come. Now, in my research, I have found that the 5 kingdoms that have failed are the Egyptian empire that failed, the Assyrian empire failed, the Babylonian empire failed, the Persian empire failed, and the Grecian empire failed. So those are five kingdoms that have fallen. And then it says one that is and one that is to come. And so what I found out was there's a contradiction as far as beliefs when it comes to the Roman Empire. Some people say that the Roman Empire did fall, but there really isn't no clear, concise evidence, because many people say, well, technically the Roman Empire actually never did fall. So it is a great possibility when it says one that is, that means that the Roman Empire is still intact. And I personally believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that the Roman Empire in its modern state, as to what we would see it as, is what's being ran by the Pope. And I believe that's part of the reason why the image of the Pope was shown first, and then Revelation chapter 17. Another reason why I think the Pope was shown was to signify that, I've always believed that this Pope was the false prophet and is the false prophet. And so he is the one that's and has been leading, the whole harlots, the mother of harlot, the whole false religion, and, saying that all religion is one and the same. And if you worship Buddha or if you worship Allah, you're still going to heaven, so he's the one that's the leader of marching that false doctrine. He's the one that's saying that it's okay to practice whatever type of idolatry you want to practice. So that's the second reason why I believe that the Pope was shown in this dream, to signify who he truly is. And I do believe he is the false prophet that will work side by side with the Antichrist. And so, so we established that one that is definitely possible, possibly speaking of the Roman Empire, because again, there is no clear evidence showing that the Roman Empire actually fell. And so the one that is to come is the continuation of the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire never failed to begin with. So I believe when it speaks about the 7 kingdoms, the one that is and the one that is to come are speaking of 2 kingdoms that are the same, which is the Roman Empire. Another thing that I want to tie in to this is I shared a dream a while ago where I told you guys that I saw Obama being worshipped, and he was being referenced as Saint Obama. And in this particular setting, I said that it was like they were wearing clothing like in biblical days. But now that I think about it, it was like the Roman attire, where they would wear like the robes and the different headbands. And that was the feel. Even the goblets that I saw them holding in their hand, like the whole feel of this setting in this vision or dream, because it was kind of like a mixture of a dream and a vision. That's why I'm saying both. But yeah, that was the feel of this setting. It was like it was back in those times during the Roman Empire, because of the attire that they was wearing. But Obama was being worshipped as a god. He was being hailed as Saint Obama. So again, there's just too many correlations that are mirroring the whole idea that the reason why the Lord gave me this dream is because we are about to enter into a season where things are going to really escalate. Because when you just look at Revelation 17 as a whole, it's showing you that the Antichrist is right there about to emerge. And so I believe that that's what the Lord was pointing me to, that the Antichrist is about to emerge, and that right now what we're seeing is we're seeing all types of people just coming out, just being free to do what they want to do, explore their sexuality the way they want. We're seeing all kind of evil being displayed in front of, within the media. The media is labeling all this evil as good and good as evil. I mean, we're just seeing like just everything just begin to just bubble over. And I feel like we're entering into a time where everything that we have been, warning about and that we've been feeling in our spirit is about to manifest like on such a greater scale. Like we're entering into that time right now. And so I just believe that me receiving this dream was the Lord saying, we're not that far. It's not that far away. So I'm telling you guys, this was a very, very important dream. I believe the Lord is, warning us of the times and the seasons that we're in, and that we really need to stay on guard. We need to continue to stay alert and know that we do not have a lot of time, so don't get too comfortable. But I do feel that the drive that was that the Lord was really trying to make in showing me this is the Antichrist is about to be released. He's about to be released. And so we know that things are just increasing and intensifying. So many things are going on around us. But you guys, I'm serious. Like, I truly believe that we are extremely close in the sense of seeing more things play out that is going to usher in, the Antichrist being revealed to the whole world. But that's what I believe the Lord was showing me. I really feel confident in my spirit that this is why the Lord gave me this. And again, for it to tie into my birthday, I feel like it just confirmed that much more to me that I'm crossing over into what God fully wants to do in my life. We all go through seasons of preparation, of training. He has to allow us to go through boot camp so that he can equip us and, allow us to go through different trials and testings to strengthen us, to allow us to have the opportunity to be equipped with the fruits of the Spirit, and, to be equipped with, utilizing more of his wisdom and being able to strengthen our faith and our trust in him, just really being able to know how to rely on him in different seasons of our life, because it's one thing to be able to maneuver through life when you can hear God clearly. But when you can't feel him, when you can't see him, when you can't hear him, and you don't know what you're supposed to do, that's when your faith really kicks in. And you have to make a decision. Am I going to just, clamp her down and just say, what, I can't do it? Or are you really just going to go full throttle and say, what, I don't know what's ahead, but I'm trusting God and I'm going to dig my heels and I'm just going to go at it. And that's when you're activating your faith, because we're all given a measure of faith. But what are you going to do with the measure God has given you? Are you always going to stay, way on a low scale because you're afraid to step out? Or are you going to continually increase that faith and test that faith and, just allow that faith to grow and strengthen and become more mature? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We can't always be afraid to move. You gotta just move and just allow God to teach you, you know, in that process. Because yeah, sometimes we move and it wasn't what we were supposed to do, but you learn from it because it's teaching you how to trust God. It's teaching you how to move in faith. It's teaching you how to walk by faith, not by sight. And it's teaching you how to hear God's voice. You know what I'm saying? So just know that there's a season and a reason for everything that you go through in life. And if you always have that mindset, you will always set yourself up for success. You will always set yourself up to be able to grow and to mature and to really learn in this walk with the Lord, because this is not something that we automatically know. You're learning as you go along. And so if you slip, if you fall, if you bump your head, it's okay. Just get up, dust yourself off. You know, if you made a mistake, ask the Lord for forgiveness, repent, and just keep moving. Don't get stagnant. Don't get stuck. Don't let the enemy tell you, you know, or remind you of all the things you did. No, just, you keep moving. So I tell you guys, I just love talking to you all, but you guys just stay encouraged. Do not lose focus on what the Lord is doing in you. We're all being worked on. We're all a work in progress. And just stay focused on the Lord. Don't be worrying about what everybody else is saying. Don't be worrying about what everybody else is doing. Focus on you. Focus on your relationship with the Lord. Focus on what the Lord is speaking to you personally. I apologize, you guys. Again, my video cut off when I didn't realize it, but I didn't want to end this video without telling you all that I love you all so much. And if I receive anything else, I will let you all know. God bless you.